After winning his first season as a coach on The Voice, Michael, ever the exuberant learner, is living the dream. As he selects and mentors the artists for season 27, he can draw from a wealth of experience. One thing he learned from being a coach in season 26, which he shared with NBC Insider, is the importance of empathy. The artists are a reflection of the coach, so it's important to be warm and understanding. The new coach also explained how the show is designed to help everyone succeed. One thing he loved was how, when he had to let people go for the first time, he was upset, but then he realized how their lives had changed. They had begun to build businesses that could continue because of it. At the time, he didn't understand. By the time he let his artists go, their lives had already been transformed by being on this enormous TV show that reaches 7 to 11 million viewers worldwide. Bubbles went on to say that being a voice artist or coach had no negative aspects at all. He gave props to the producers for making the show centered around the performers, saying, "This is about the artists, for the artists, not about us. We love being here, we love being a part of the process." The red seats have changed over the years, but the show has remained successful because of the producers' careful protection of the artists, which is the show's lasting legacy. With his newfound philosophy and one simple but powerful rule defining his teaching technique, Michael Bublé brings more than just his charisma and one of the smoothest voices in music to his job as a coach on The Voice. From playing timeless jazz classics to penning moving ballads, Bubble music has always been about connecting. He understands that a performance's beauty is in being a coach. He wants his players to know that singing isn't about hitting WR notes, it's about expressing stories, creating experiences, and making the most of every moment. In today's society, it's easy to be sidetracked, so it's important for artists to really interact with the music and the audience. As he says, most of the time when we play, our minds are racing with ideas about what to do next. However, when we can let go of all preoccupation and focus only on the present moment, that's when the music really comes alive. I always tell my singers, don't worry about being perfect. Worry about making people feel something bubbly. If you can make someone in the audience forget about their troubles for just a moment, you've done your job. His playful nature contributes to a relaxed and encouraging atmosphere on stage, where he ensures his team feels comfortable enough to push themselves creatively. Rehearsals become more like jam sessions with a buddy and less like high-press training sessions when you bring your personality to the table. According to one competitor, Bubbles helped break the ice on day one by playfully serenading a cup of coffee like it was a long-lost love. Everyone loves being around Bubbles because he makes everything entertaining. Coach Bubbly's ability to help his artists connect emotionally to their songs is one of his biggest strengths. He often reminds his team that technical skill is just half of the equation, as storytelling is what truly makes a performance unforgettable. For example, when I sing Home, it's not just words I'm singing, it's about my wife, my kids, and the moments I really miss them. I often ask his team to close their eyes and imagine the story they want to tell before they sing a note. I ask them, who are you singing this to? What do you want them to feel once they find that connection? Because that's what people feel when they hear the song. Any great performance has to come from something real. Even though he has a reputation for being a relaxed guy, he isn't hesitant to test his artists to their boundaries. He has the belief that vocalists experience personal development via venturing outside their comfort zones and embracing risks. He argues that every great artist has doubts, but that in order to succeed, one must overcome these times of uncertainty and trust one's own abilities. Encouraging his staff to experiment with new voice styles, he believes that taking chances, even when you're not sure how it will end out, can lead to some of the finest performances. Musical styles and methods of presentation, it may be bringing a new dimension to an already popular song or reducing a hit single to its essential elements. Bubble coaching isn't only about winning, it's about providing mentorship that continues long after the competition has ended. Bubble stays in touch with his team members and offers advice even after the show has ended, saying things like, I believe in them not just for this moment but for their whole career. He adds, music is a journey, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Lots of finalists have said how Bublé's advice has helped them grow as artists overall, not just as vocalists. Michael does more than teach, he engages in his players and gives them a unique sense of self-confidence, according to one former teammate. Whether he's playing on stage, teaching up-and-coming musicians, or just spending time with his loved ones, he knows the importance of being in the now. His rule to always be present isn't limited to singing, it's a life philosophy. He continues his journey as a coach, saying that music is ultimately about connection and that being present in the moment is the greatest way to connect. Michael Bublé's influence on the voice and the artists fortunate enough to study under him will be immeasurable thanks to his charisma, knowledge, and enthusiasm. In a recent and deeply personal interview, renowned singer Michael Bublé opened up about the profound impact of his son Noah's cancer diagnosis on his life and career. Speaking on the Diary of a CEO podcast, Bublé described the moment as a sledgehammer to my reality, leading him to reevaluate his priorities and perspective on life. In 2016, when Noah was just 3 years old, he was diagnosed with hepatoblastoma, a rare form of liver cancer. This devastating news compelled Bublé and his wife, actress Luisana Lopilato, to put their careers on hold to focus entirely on their son's treatment and well-being. Reflecting on that period, Bublé shared, "My son's cancer diagnosis rocked my world. It pulled the curtain from over my eyes." The experience was a turning point for Bublé, who admitted that prior to Noah's illness, he was consumed by his career ambitions. He confessed to having blinders on, focusing solely on becoming the baddest, biggest, best in the music industry. However, Noah's diagnosis forced him to confront the fragility of life and recognize what truly mattered. "I don't think I had my priorities straight," he acknowledged. "That was a sledgehammer to my reality. I will never be carefree again in my life, and that's okay." During Noah's treatment, Bublé and Lopilato faced unimaginable pain and fear. The singer recalled moments of profound despair, stating, "You just want to die. I don't even know how I was breathing." Despite the overwhelming challenges, the couple remained steadfast in their support for their son, often creating playful environments in the hospital to keep Noah's spirits high. Bublé would build tents out of bed sheets, turning the hospital room into a fun hotel to bring moments of joy to their child. The ordeal led Bublé to make a solemn promise to himself: if Noah recovered, he would live a different, better life. He committed to being kinder, more empathetic, and to shedding the ego that had previously driven him. "I remember closing my eyes and saying to myself, if we get out of this, I'm living a different life, a better life. And I did. I made that promise to myself in a moment," he shared. In the years following Noah's remission, Bublé has been true to his word. He took a step back from the limelight, focusing on his family and personal growth. He also distanced himself from social media and the pressures of celebrity culture, seeking a more authentic and fulfilling existence. "I don't have the stomach for it anymore," he said, referring to the superficial aspects of fame. Today, Noah is a healthy 10-year-old, and Bublé cherishes every moment with his family. He and Lopilato have since welcomed 2 more children, Elias and Vida, into their lives. The singer's journey through his son's illness has profoundly reshaped his outlook, instilling in him a deeper appreciation for life's simple joys and the importance of love and connection. Bublé's story is a poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and the resilience of the human spirit. His openness about his family's struggles offers hope and inspiration to others facing similar challenges, highlighting the strength that can be found in vulnerability and the transformative power of love.